I tell you what, we are in really good form. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 11 of A Hometown Hero. In today's episode we are going to be showing you the Vanarama South game at home to Chippenham and then the FA Cup 4th qualifying round against Solihull Moors. As you may have gathered in the intro, we are in ridiculously good form at the moment. We have not lost a single game all year. Cue us losing our first 2 games of the season in this episode. The last 2 games, obviously, you saw were the games against. Oh, how far have we got to go back? I've just seen 6 and I thought it was that, but it wasn't that one. It was the other time we scored 6. It was the 6-1 drubbing of Oxford City and the 2-1 win against Maidstone United. Since then, the only 2 blots on the copyboard, as they say, is it copybook maybe? Or is it a 2-2 draw against Slough and a 1-1 draw against Weymouth? Otherwise, wins all round. The only big game that we really struggled with was against the Met Police. Of course, we played them last year a couple of times, and I don't remember having any significant difficulties against them. Yeah, you see, we won the first one 4-0 and the second one 5-3, but this one was a little bit more difficult. We struggled to get any sort of rhythm going. We eventually managed to drag it to penalties and fortunately did win. So a little bit worrying, but we managed to get through it and then got through to the third qualifying round of the FA Cup with a ginormous win over Ilford away from home, which was quite nice just to get them back on track a little bit. So in this episode, of course, as I mentioned, we'll be doing the game against Chippenham and Solihull Moors. Before we do that, I want to introduce you to a new member of the virtual Salisbury FC cast. If you haven't seen the video already, then go back and watch Wednesday's episode just gone, because you'll have seen how we got on. Obviously, you'll know now that we got promoted. But I mentioned about an amazing thing that you can do both to get yourself into the game, into the series, and supported a really amazing charity as well. There is a link in the description to a Just Giving page. It is a charity page for a charity called Stars Appeal, who are based in Salisbury District Hospital. If you donate anything more than £5, you are more than welcome to claim one of the youth intake players that we have. A chap called Andy did that. He donated £10, which was really good of him, and he has asked for his lad Callum, who actually currently plays for Salisbury Under-15s, to go into the save. So, of course, what else would I do than put Callum into the save? So as you can see, Callum is our first real-life player who has made it into the club. Got his lovely picture on the screen as well. We've got all of his details that are relevant. We're not going to show you the stuff that isn't relevant, are we? And he is, of course, going to be the first one who's come in. He's not quite ready for first-team football, but I'm hoping we can give him some chances in some games wherever possible and see how he goes on from there. He looks like he's got some decent potential, so hopefully he can start to fulfill some of that and we can start to see him in the future. But if you do want to get yourself involved into that, there are plenty more players and the system will generate a new youth intake every year. So if you do want to get involved in that, please do not hesitate. Jump into that description below. Drop a donation on there. Like I said, minimum of £5, but whatever you feel comfortable doing. Even if you want to donate to the charity, it's always for a good cause, no matter how much you can do. And then if you do donate that much and you want to get involved, drop me an email. Details are on this page and we can get that started. But let's get into the games because we're doing pretty well. As you can see, we're top of the table, closely followed by Steve Claridge's Billericay Town. So that's going to be a fun one. I just noticed one of their players looks... Oh no, he's a little bit pale like me, but I thought he looked really unhealthy for a second then. But we're 16 points clear of Chippenham. I've only just noticed that because they're bottom of the table. So we're definitely going to be losing this game, aren't we? So it's going to be a fun one. We have had some issues with injuries, so we are without both. What's his name? He's only played like 1 game for us because I think you saw it. Fabio Sareva, he's out with an injury. Kean Levy's out with an injury. Jake Cope is out with an injury. I am looking at this lad here, Dylan Thistleton, just to see if we can bring him in just to give some extra oomph on the right-hand side. But the team we're going to be putting out in this game today is going to be as follows. No, it's not, because I've forgotten to make a couple of changes. We should make them real quick. You don't need to see this. This is all part of the fun. Let's just do that instead. There we go. Waldron's not starting, though. I don't want to give him the start. Right. So it's going to be Alexis Andre Jr. in goal. A back four of Smith, Bradley Green, Gardner, and Chamberlain Gale. Chamberlain Gale. Oh, yeah, because Genesini is slightly unfit. It's going to be Adam Page, can't remember his name, Curtis, it's not Curtis Jones, is it? Connor Jones, Nippard and Jeffries in the midfield, and then Marvin Brooks and Warren Bentley up top. Warren Bentley, as you can see, still scoring goals. He scored 8 in the Vanarama South out of 7 games, and he scored 5 in 2 FA Cup games, all of that equating 13 in 10 games. He might be getting a bit older, but he's not losing his touch. He's ridiculous in this game. I've never seen anything like it. He is just scoring goals for fun. He doesn't care how much it impacts the people around him. He just wants to score plenty of goals. And I'm quite enjoying it, I've got to be honest. Let's pump fists. Let's tell everyone that we're really looking forward to this game. We've got faith in them, the fact that they can deliver a win. And let's try and get one over over Chippenham and see if we can motor on with our good form into the next couple of games. Going through the FA Cup has been it's been fairly simple so far. Obviously, as I mentioned, we beat Ilford in the second round 6-2. I've literally just played the game against Oxford City, which is the third qualifying round, where we won 3-1, and hopefully we can get through against Solihull Moors, Bentley with an early chance. This is not the FA Cup game. I'm going off on a tangent a little bit. Billericay are losing their game, it looks like. I think they're losing. Is that Billy Key, formerly of? I presume that's Billy Key, formerly of Accrington Stanley fame. Sure, he was pretty famous for playing for them at points. But it looks like we're going to get to half time with not really much of note, which is not something I've had the pleasure of seeing recently. Normally we've scored a couple of goals, but do you know what? We've not conceded, and that's the main thing. The good thing is we are starting to... We're not perfect defensively yet. There's still a little bit to work on, I think, but we are starting to find a little bit of a groove defensively as well. So we're starting to be a little bit more watertight at the back. We're still conceding a couple of goals here and there, but nowhere near as many as we were towards the back end of last season. Bentley picks up the ball from Chamberlain Gale. A lovely run. He's through. Of course he's going to score. 14th goal of the season in 11 games for Warren Bentley. That man he's got the Midas touch. Everything he touches turns to gold. He scored a fantastic goal in the cup. No, he wasn't in the cup. It was against... Who was it against? Welling, I think, was the last game we played in the league. Picked it up, rounded the defender from just inside their half, and tucked it away. It was a thing of beauty. Maybe I'll see if I can find it in a minute. Marvin Brooks on the ball then. Ball out from defence. Working nicely. Nippard giving to the ball. Finds Jeffries, finds Bentley. Oh, it should have been in. It should have been 2. That should have been an easy finish for him. I think we do need to make a couple of changes because we've got some tired legs on the pitch. I don't really know what changes we're going to make because we're a little bit thin on the ground, unfortunately. Actually, we can bring Charlie Kennedy on at the back there, I suppose. That'll do for now. Yeah, we're lacking a bit in terms of depth at the moment because of the injuries. We are struggling. We are running a fairly thin squad, I think, so it's understandable. Ball in. Not sure what Marvin Brooks was doing there. Not the most standard of passes I would have expected him to do, but we'll run with it. Chamberlain Gale, ball forward. Bentley. Oh, no, I thought it was going to get to him, but it didn't. It's a bit of a shame. I was hoping that might happen. It's now trying to tell me to bring off a player and replace him with a player who is already on the pitch. Watching you, Callum, and your nonsense. Bradley Green on the ball. He's been really good so far. Bentley. Oh, it's 2-0. Bradley Green with a lovely dink over the top. He has been a really, really good defensive addition for us. I know we paid for him, as I mentioned in Friday's episode, but I'm really glad we did because he has really shored up that defence, I have to say. Chamberlain Gale was fine. He was good, and he still is. He's not played much for us this season, but he's obviously subject to Genesini's fitness issues, but he's been really good as Warren Bentley caps it off. Hat-trick hero. I've run out of superlatives for that man. 16 goals in 11 games. This is a lovely bit of work from the strike partnership. Plays it forward to Brooks, lays it back off into the path of Bentley, who whips it from about 20 yards. That, my guys, is a lovely, lovely finish. I think we'll leave them both on. We'll leave them on for now. We have got a game in a couple of days. We do need to be very wary of rotation, and I think Bentley probably will be. In fact, no, probably Brooks will be the one that comes off because I think Bentley is just naturally a bit more of a fitter player in the physical sense. But looking at this, we're going to be 3 points clear at the top of the table. Not something I expected to see at this turn of the season. In fact, Nippard should probably come off. I don't really have anyone to replace him with though, which is making it a bit difficult now. See, this is what I mean. We're struggling with strength in depth. I don't really know what to do. Got to be honest. We'll bring off Marvin. We'll bring Michael Cook on. We've got other people who can play in the centre of midfield. We should be okay. We'll give the lads a rest in between the couple of games and in between a couple of days, and hopefully we'll come out. But we will make some changes for the FA Cup round anyway, because I've been playing Marcus in the goal for the FA Cup games just to give him some fitness as well. Nippard on the ball then. Plays it back to Chamberlain Green. Nice little dink forwards. Finds Cook. Ooh, doesn't quite manage to get it onto Bentley though. And it goes all the way back to Sean Smith, who is massively upset Joshua Summerton, to be completely honest with you. Joshy boy is not particularly impressed about the fact that he's not currently starting every single game, even though at the moment Sean is the better player. But Josh will definitely play in the next game. You can be certain of that, because Sean's going to be a tired boy. Jones picks it up. He's been playing well as well. He's not been starting many games, but he's earning his chance at the moment. Michael Cook running forwards. He's not had many chances. I'm starting to give you a roundup of everything that's going on with the team. You don't really need that, but yeah. I think we're struggling because we've only got 5 substitutes that we can play. I always forget that in the lower levels, you can have 7 subs, but then you go into the National League, both the South and the Conference, and you lose 2, and then you get 2 back when you go into the EFL. It's all a bit weird, but oh well. The fact of the matter is, we won that game comfortably. We're top of the league, and we're doing rather well. Let's move on, and let's try and get into the first round of the FA Cup. Well, this is a nice surprise. Ian's popped into the office and he's offered us a new contract. He's slapped it on the table. He's told us we need to avoid relegation. I mean, I think we should be okay with that if we're running as we are. We're expected to reach the 3rd qualifying round of the FA Cup. We've done that. We're expected to reach the 2nd round of the FA Trophy. We've done that. We're looking pretty good. I think I'm going to walk straight into here. I'm going to say to you, look, do you know what, Ian? No, do you know what? I'll take a little bit less. 750 is all I need. That is not a problem. He's also whacked in that compensation thing that they like to do, because he's worried that I'm going to go and leave, which I'm not going to do. Just let me have my coaching courses, and I promise you I'm not going to leave. Never going to happen, is it? Right then, boys and girls, we are here at a half-packed out Raymond McEnhill Stadium, rather. Let's get that bit right, shall we? There is 2,500 people here, so we're halfway full of the 5,000 capacity, which is awesome. Really cool, that. And we are up against Solihull Moors in the FA Cup. A couple of changes since the last game. A couple that I do need to go and shift around now, actually. There we go. What's his bloody name? Dylan Thistleton has joined the club. He's joined on a £150 a week deal, which is awesome because he's nice and cheap. And he's going straight into the squad to replace the injured Jake Cope on the wing, which means Dom Jeffries can go into his more favourable position in the centre of the park. But the full team, in fact, I need to make one more change. Otherwise, he's going to have a hissy fit and he's going to moan at me at some point. If he watches this, I do quite like you as a player, Josh. And especially since the new patch came out on Football Manager, you've been much better rated-wise. I always never really doubted you. It's just the game didn't like you. But the team we're going to be putting out for this game is going to be wrong again. It's flipping them round. I've got a system here, boys. What I always do is I always quick pick, because then it fills the team up and changes anything that I need to, just in case I've forgotten about tiredness. And then I go back through and look at it anyway. And I'm looking at it now and it's wrong. Anyway, Marcus Beauchamp's going to be in goal. We've got a back four of Josh Summerton, Jamie Bradley Green, Ollie Gardner, and I can't remember his name, Brooklyn Genesini. I've got to just stop saying their first names. Antonio Diaz, Dom Jeffries, Luke Nippard, and Dylan Thistleton in the centre of the midfield 4. And then we've got Warren Bentley and Marvin Brooks up top. This is a chance to get into the first round proper of the FA Cup. I'm hoping we can do it, and I've put out a pretty strong side whilst trying to rotate to try and do so. But we do have to appreciate the fact that Solihull Moors are the league above us, so are not going to be an easy task by any stretch. We also then do go and play the National League side Hartlepool in the FA Trophy next round as well. So we could be out of both cups in the space of the next 2 weeks in game. Hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be okay. First 10 minutes, nothing to note. As you can tell, Billericay are playing Slough in the Vanarama South. They, in theory, if they win, they'll go up level with us on points. They win big, then they'll go above us, but I think they need to win like 6-0, so hopefully we'll be okay. This is not a very interesting game, though. It looks like Solihull Moors are set up maybe for a counter-attacking system, they're looking like they've got quite heavy in the midfield. Maybe trying to counter the fact that we're playing a 4-4-2. I don't know. It's impossible to tell because I can't go and ask the manager what they're doing. But look at that. Look at all the people in the terraces. You love to see that. Whenever, to be fair, when I was younger, when I used to live in Salisbury and I used to go down to the games, they were always really, really well supported. As a club, it's something that I've never failed to forget, is the fact that no matter where they play and who they play, the Raymac is always packed out as much as it can be, which is awesome. But anyway, we finally got some sort of highlight of note, and annoyingly, it's Solihull Moors on the attack. Gardner manages to clear it though, drops to Thistleton, who's obviously, of course, in his first start. No wonder we're not seeing much. It's hissing it down with rain. Marvin Brooks has shifted off his man. That's a lovely bit of movement there, and he's taken a chance. Oh, it's just gone over the bar. That was a fantastic little bit of movement off the shoulder from Marvin Brooks. But it does tell you that his finishing isn't quite up to scratch anymore. Not that I think it really was when we first came into it. Anyway, Diaz is going to come off because he is a little bit tired, because he is still coming back from injury. I think that'll do for now. I think, to be honest, we're struggling to get a foothold in this game, it seems. And there's a chance, but it just goes over the bar. I thought Beauchamp managed to get a hand on it, but he didn't by the looks of it. Make another change. Nippard. No, let's switch out Jeffries, actually, because Nippard is a bit more of a playmaker in the middle of the park. He can hopefully pull some strings. And then, as I've said before, we'll bring on Charlie Kennedy to bite some ankles and add a bit of bite to the midfield. That's what I normally say. And then we'll bring Jakey Cope on the right-hand side. Again, a little bit tired, but give him that chance to get a bit of a run in, find his legs, and who knows, maybe gets through to the first round. Big ball forwards, finds Jake Cope, who pops it back to Marvin Brooks with aplomb. Still on the ball. Marvin Brooks puts the ball in. Nothing coming though. Looks like we might be going the full distance. I don't know if in the FA Cup you get an extra sub in extra time. I also don't know whether they're doing replays in the FA Cup in this one. There's a lot of unanswered questions that I've not checked. Is the completely honest answer. Hopefully we'll still have the chance to find out as Solihull Moors are coming forwards. Oh Jesus, that was one of those I thought it was hitting near post, but Marcus is just about equal to it. Genesini on the throw. Not the best throwing you're going to ever see in the world. Very disappointing. Gardner picks it up though. Plays it forward to Cope. Ball in. Warren Bentley's there. Oh, he was coming backwards. It was never an easy chance, unfortunately. And the keeper saves it quite easily and whips it forward. But we've managed to pick it up again. Looks like are we going to have another chance here? Highlight continuing. Jake Cope running down the wing. Ball in. It was towards the near post. I don't know whether he tried to catch the keeper off his line a little bit, because it did look like it was aiming at the front stick, but I mean, it didn't work, whatever it was. Ball in. No, he's coming back post. Oh, that was a really, really good cross as well. It looks like we're going to extra time. So yeah, it does clearly look like we're not going to be having a replay, which is good, because I don't think I'm very much in the belief of replays not being in it, especially not in the early stages anyway. When you get to the bigger teams, maybe, but I'm not a massive fan of them. We've got no more subs, which is a big concern. Ball in. Nippard gets there. It's looking a little bit feisty. Oh, Beauchamp tips it onto the bar. Ooh. Have we run our race? We certainly look to be pushing our luck. I've elected to fire the boys up a little bit. Pagey gets rid of it. What plays to Bentley, who just gets it clear. It's probably not the worst decision he'll ever make in his footballing career, to be honest with you, because we are a little bit on the ropes, it seems. Solihull Moors force another attack. They are turning the screw and we are tiring. Gardner headers it clear. Bradley Green hoofs it clear. Drops to Page. Highlight does end. Not created much going forwards. We have been struggling a little bit. But like I say, we're playing a team who this time last year were 2 leagues above us. I assume. I don't think they've been promoted. I'm pretty sure they were in the conference league anyway. So I think we've given a decent account of ourselves. We've held it up until this point, touch wood. We've held it tight at the back. Bradley Green and Gardner having great games, and we've forced it to penalties, which is fine. I'm happy with that. Bradley Green is apparently our best penalty taker. That's probably because I took off our best one, which was Dom Jeffries, that was a sensible decision in the long run, wasn't it? Do all of these. Take Cope now. This is what scares me, is the fact that Marcus Beauchamp is actually better than 3 of our outfield players at penalties, which it tells us a lot. Nippard and then Josh Somerton. Right, let's get into it. We've done well. No, we shouldn't be winning this. Hands together. We've done well to get this far. Let's do that. Just do the faith thing. Because if you've never played Football Manager before, the faith thing tends to motivate your players. It's kind of like a little cheat, I think. Don't tell the people who make the game that. Oh, it's a good effort from the first penalty. 1-0 up. Bradley Green. It's a shame we're playing this. We're taking these second. I just hope we don't have a repeat of Taunton, to be honest. Good, we've not had a repeat of Taunton because we've scored our first penalty. Bradley Green tucking it and sending the keeper the wrong way. Conor McMenamin now. Oh, Marcus going the wrong way again. Unfortunate. Charlie Kennedy comes up. Now, we're not really set up for the best penalty taker in the world, are we? Takes a chance. Oh, that was close. Oh, that was a bit of a nervy one. Come on. See if we can make it to the first round. March runs up. Oh, I thought he'd saved it. Oh, these are so close. These are inches away from being saved. And I feel like one of them is going to be saved. Adam Page running up. Oh, tucks it in. That is a cool, calm penalty in off the post. That's like the perfect penalty, isn't it? As long as it goes in off the post. Burke. Yes, Beauchamp saves it. Come on. Get in, my son. Lovely, lovely stuff. Marvin Brooks coming up now. He's in good form. Can he convert his penalty? He can. It's 1 up. The relief is there for all to see at the bottom. Who's going to be coming up for Solihull Moors? It looks like someone called McGee. I don't know who he is. He has to score to keep them in it. If he scores, Warren Bentley has to score. He puts it wide! We're through to the first round proper of the FA Cup in our second season. We've beaten what we did last year. We have won a penalty shootout. I feel like England, even though we won a penalty shootout against Met Police a couple of weeks ago, don't listen to that. We are through to the first round of the FA Cup, and that seems sensibly the only thing to be in the next episode, unless you disagree. I don't think you will, though. Oh, excellent stuff. Fantastic. We've got a bit of cash for it. Look at the quaffers now. We've got 50k in the bank, which is lovely stuff. When does the draw get done? Can we see that? Should we just click continue a couple of times to see if it comes up there? Oh no, that's the third round of the FA Trophy. Might not come up yet. If it does, I'll tell you what I'll do. I will run this forward until the draw so you can see we're going to play. Sounds like more fun, doesn't it? Right then, boys and girls, here we go. The first round draw is upon us. I'm hoping for a big away draw or something that we can actually win, because there are some teams in here that are beatable. I'm looking at the likes of the Altringhams, the Barnets, the Barrows, the Alfretons. I think we've got a chance against them. This might take a while. See, look, there's teams like Romford still in it and things like that. Let's just keep skipping. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're at the hat. We're home. We're home. It's not the best one in the world. Now I want an easy tie. I don't know who's an easy tie in here. East Grinstead, I'd quite like to see them. Hendon, I could be all right with them. We've beaten them before. Mikulova. There's a few teams I could be quite happy to get. As long as if we don't, we need a big team that we can get 5,000 and we can get some money out of it. Oh, that's not going to be easy. That is not going to be easy. I'll skip to the rest of the draw. Mikulova came out the one after Ipswich. So we are going to play Ipswich in the first round proper of the FA Cup. This is going to be a tough one. Have we had the schedule updated? We haven't yet. Let me just click on that before I finish up for the episode, because I've gone on for far too long. Been rambling for ages. We've got the third round draw of the FA Trophy as well. We'll play Stockport or Bognor Regis if we do win that one. And I mean, it's in 2 games time we play Ipswich. They're quite busy. Look at this. Second, third, fourth, first round. Right. Well, we'll come back for. I'm not going to show you the Hartlepool game because I don't think we're going to get through it. Plus, we're getting further. I said it in the last episode. Don't want to show you guys too much cup action because at the end of the day, this is kind of a road to glory sort of thing. We want to get the team as high as possible. And if my memory serves me correctly, yeah, Wealdstone are quite a decent team. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the Ipswich game and the Wealdstone game in Wednesday's episode. If you've enjoyed that one, guys, please hit the thumbs up button on the video for me. That'd be much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please consider dropping a subscribe on here. That'd be very much appreciated. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you think we're going to get on against Ipswich? That's my interesting thought for this one. Let me know your thoughts down below after you've seen this one. But that's going to be it from me, guys. My name's been David. I will catch you guys next time. Cheers.